There we go. Hello. Welcome. We're going to get started here. Hopefully everything's okay. It looked like I was having a few blips of speed, so it might be a bit ropey. The wife is watching Stranger Things on Netflix, so it may impede on the quality of everything going up. Oh, hello Zomcob. Welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. All right. Today we are going to be working on this lovely lady here. I haven't been able to do any since the last stream, so I'm just going to kind of continue on through. I'm thinking of trying to tackle her eyes again a little bit. She's just a little bit cross-eyed, so I've got to kind of fix that, but I'm also afraid to touch it. But we'll give it we'll see how we go. First of all, I'm wondering if I start doing the hair, and we can start seeing exactly what the colors are going to be for the whole model, and then we can start adding all of the other details and things and get there eventually. And hopefully that'll be good. I'm just going to stick in my earphones so I have a little bit of the music playing. Music just helps me concentrate a little bit. Might have screwed up the audio for you just for a second there. Yes, it has. There we go. Should switch back, and there we go. Come on to a really weird song again. I've got to figure out which songs are the weird ones and just try to remove them. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Alright, let's have a looky. So with the eyes, yeah, I should do the eyes now. This is actually going to be a competition piece. So the eyes are very important because I'm going to be doing close-up photography of this to put up for a competition. So yeah, the eyes are going to be actually kind of important, but it's good to go and do the eyes. So I'm actually going to get my my Googles for this one. My room is a bit of a mess because I haven't cleaned up since the last time, and I haven't been in here since I was painting last Saturday. Just things have been busy, and any free time that I've had, I've been working pretty damn hard on the Defiance edit. Yeah, the 000 brush. One single sable hair. Now, what I think I can do to save this model is save the eyes, is because I feel like it's her right eye that's just a little bit too close to the nose. So what I was thinking of doing was getting a dot of white and kind of just shifting it over slowly without having to redo the entire thing. Of course, if it just screws up, we just redo the entire thing and we just go on from there, and that'll be fine. Or what is this? Alright, yeah. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to be... You may find I dropped some frames here and there today, so I'm not sure. I don't have the best connection, but hopefully it'll go okay. I'm trying to monitor it a bit. Oh, it looks like I have dropped. Damn it. Maybe I've dropped. I don't know. Sometimes this thing lies to me. It says I have an excellent connection, so but the image has stopped moving. So I don't know. I'm just going to refresh that page. I don't know. Weird. Can you see me? Am I up and running? Am I okay? Yeah, I dropped heaps. Yeah, thought it might have been the case. I'm not sure quite what causes it. So sorry about that. Hopefully it'll just sort itself out. It may be because my wife is streaming Netflix in the other room, and it's just my internet's just gone. No, don't like it. Don't like it at all. Because I have days where it works fine, and then I just every so often I have these days where it just drops a lot. I think I've dropped again, haven't I? it's not great. Oh well, we'll just have to try and battle our way through it, and see if we can get where we need to get to. Which reminds me, because I wanted to eventually do a video of this, I need to actually record the video footage. So I'm just going to set that up quickly, because I forgot last time, so I'm going to have to use the footage from the stream. If this stream is going to be a bit dodgy in its speed, I'm not going to be able to rely on getting it from it. Oh cool, you actually got through the whole Defiance campaign, fantastic. Oh, yeah, I'm still actually waiting for the tiles to come through for the reprints. So I need to contact Corvus Belli. I knew I was in like the last run of them being sent out because I'm in Japan, but I have not seen them at all, and I've completely forgot about them. So I need to actually perhaps get on them about that. There we go. Yes. Alright, I'm going to start recording you. Fantastic. Alright, hopefully I'm moving. It looks like I'm actually going at the moment, so I'm just gonna plow through and hope for the best here. If you see that it just drops, just message me, because I'll have the message come through so that I know that something's gone a bit wrong, a bit pear-shaped. But hopefully we'll be okay. Alright, let's try and tackle this thing. So, the colour I was using for the eyes was, I think, just a bit of off-white. We'll just use a bit of off-white. We'll mix in perhaps a touch of the black, or the touch of grey in there, just to darken it a little bit. Having pure white is sometimes a bit too much for eyes. So just, I can use a bit of that old one just to, there we go. There we go. It really is just a little bit in there. Okay, I'm going to try and just spot this thing as best we can. I hate doing the right eyes as a right-hander. Doing the right eye is a pain. From some angles though, it looks okay. I think it's just, you know what, I'm actually kind of, looking at it, I'm kind of okay with the eye. I think it just does need a little bit of a spot there, just to avoid it looking like cross-eyed. So I actually just got over the whole thing there. Oh, hello Linda. Nice to see you. Thank you. Enjoy your knitting. I hope it goes well. Yeah, I can imagine Jad is pretty phenomenal when she's leveled up. I mean, yeah, she just becomes a bit of a monster. I was like looking at some of the other, like the extra characters and things, and actually this character here, Cassandra Kusanagi, she seems like an absolute monster in the game, with her just like natural ability to basically just heal everyone so quickly. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't think they did a fantastic job of balancing everything, but right, I'm gonna need a touch of black. Hopefully I can use this one. Okay, I think that's a better position. Yeah, we got a little bit more of the white on the inside of the eye, which I think just stops her from looking a bit too cross-eyed. I know it's very hard for you guys to see there. I'll try and bring the camera in a little bit closer in a mo after I've just done it, and we can have a look at the eye and you can see if it's actually any good or not. Now what I'm also doing with her is I'm actually spotting her eyes a little bit green as well. I really shouldn't use this paint that's on the palette. Yeah, I'm not going to use this paint that's on the palette. It's way too dry and inconsistent. So we're going to just get a bit of yellow green. I'm going to drop that in. There we go. We're going to use that to just spot the eyes, give her a nice little colour. There are hackers. Yes, there are. What's her name with the pigtails? She's a hacker. Not as good as Jazz, but she is a hacker. I forget her name. But the girl with the pigtails, she is a hacker. God damn it, her name's just gone completely from my mind. I just need a touch more black. I'm going to start fiddling around with these eyes so much that they get screwed up. I'm not like seeing the screen as I stick my head in this thing, so you're probably seeing like my goggles mostly. Okay, we're gonna zoom in for a moment. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love doing the Infinity Defiance stuff. It is fun, and the new video is gonna be far better than the first. I think. Just as I'm learning a lot of the editing processes that I'm using. I've got it down much more efficiently. I've been able to knock out 3 turns in about as many days, which is like crazy, because before, even for short turns, it took me like a week to get that edit done. I'm like pounding through the edits pretty fast. It's mostly actually like getting all of... Valeria Gomez is a hacker. That's the one. Thank you. Yes, Valeria Gomez. That name was ringing around in my head, but it wasn't coming out. Yeah, the next video, I'm hoping I get more of it done soon. I've just finished editing turn 4, and I've got the audio. I'm just doing the audio edits for the action at the moment, and then that's going to be good. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. But I want it to be better, and it will be better. And hopefully as well, as I now with the 3rd mission coming up, the only thing that stops me from getting to the edit right now is painting the Charonted, and then also photographing the Charonted to create the animated model. But everything else for that mission, except for the 2 heroes, everything is painted and already a model on my computer, ready to just be edited. I just need to make the 360 models for the 2 heroes that appear in it, and then I've got most of the the models in the game actually scanned into my computer, which allows me to then get to the edits faster. So once I get to like, hopefully eventually, I get to like missions 4 and 5. By then, basically everything should be pretty much on my computer, and I just have to just edit. And the way I'm now approaching like dice rolling and how that visually appears, it looks pretty much the same as I've done before, but I've just made it so much more efficient and easier to do zooms on the dice so you can see them a bit better, along with a much more efficient symbol management as well. Oh, hello hello to Jerusalem. Well, hello Lockbeard. Welcome. So I'm kind of excited to get that out there. At the moment, I've got my 2 Patreons have been, 2 Patreons. My 2 patrons have been able to see the turns as I finish editing a turn. I kind of release it, and I got to share with them like one of the things that I added as I was doing the 3rd turn. I figured out, I can throw in a transform node. Because I'm using DaVinci Resolve, so I'm using nodes with a lot of the animations and things, and I build up all these nodes together. I throw in a transform node at the end of my kind of battle animation, and it allows me to animate zooms very easily without anything being affected in a negative way. And so it allows me also, like when you see a battle happen, I can focus in on the action a bit more, and you get a zoomed in a zoom onto that action. And so I've now kind of backpedaled and added the transform to the 1st and 2nd turns, and they look a lot better. I'm really happy with my intro as well, so it's kind of like coming together kind of nicely. But it also means that my content on my YouTube channel at the moment is pretty much at 0, and it's just relying on my streams going out to be like, hi, I'm still here. But I'm looking forward to finally getting that video out. So I've been busy working on the video, and it's been going really well. I'm excited for it. So, as you can probably tell by my ramblings, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good when it comes out. It might take a little bit longer, because once I get, so the next few turns should be fairly easy. I think this current turn that I'm editing, it's when the Guaylo turns up, so there's a little bit of, there's quite a bit going on in the turn. So there's going to be a little bit more of a heavier edit that might take me a few more days. But then getting through the last few turns shouldn't take too long. And always the final turn is really quick usually, because it's just like that mad gasp to finish the mission. Then I've just got to also record the ending as well. How I kind of like, how am I going to spend the upgrades and things, and maybe think about how I approach that bit in the near future as well. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that video there. Now, where was I with you? Oh yeah, I was going to show you the eyes that I've done. So I'm going to pull down the camera, and this is where I kind of screw up my whole setup here. But we're going to go to my ultra wide, because that's the best one to do details, because it actually, I'm just going to stick you in there so I can do that, and then hopefully you can see, I don't know if you can, hold on, there we go, you see the eyes there. I think they're looking a bit better, they're not quite so cross-eyed anymore, but yeah. Hello, Raif Sheman. Sorry if I'm screwing up the pronunciation of your name. I'm so sorry. Raif Sheman. Thank you for joining the stream today. All right. So yeah, I've just been fixing the eyes, and I think from this position they look okay. But maybe you can be a better judge if you can see those eyes there. I'll try and bring it in the light a little bit more, so you can see. I've kind of dotted them green a little bit, so that's there as well. I don't know if I'm trying to find the best light position there, but yeah, that's what she's looking like right now. So I think we can move on and get on with other parts of the. You can see how messy my desk is. It's just got loads of project stuff going on at the same time. We can go on and start working on some other areas of it. Really? So yeah, I'm really awful with names. Unless you've got like a very simple, like English British name or a Japanese name, I'm gonna be fine. But everything else is up to chance. So sorry about that. I do apologize. Okay, I just realized my wet palette is not wet. Oh, that's very kind of you, Linda. Very kind of you. I'm trying to make these the best eyes that I've ever done, because I'm pretty bad at eyes, to be honest. But this is the thing, like wherever there's an area that my painting is poor and I need to improve, I try to make an effort of actually doing that technique or doing that thing as often as possible until I actually can do it. I'm very slow at progress. I'm not the fastest at getting better at painting, but I do want to get better. And one of the things I want to do, so two things we're going to try and do. We're going to try and do the hair, I think, today, to try and get an overall feel of the model and how it's going to be looking. And also I want to see if I can make the highlights and the shadows of the armor a little bit more strong, have a stronger contrast as well. The whole aim of this model is to go like really crazy contrast, like just color everywhere, so it just jumps out at you, and you just kind of like, maybe it would be too much, but I think it would be kind of cool. So one of the things is to do like the recessed shading and shadowing of the green armor. What I was thinking of was glazing some dark blue as the shade, so that we're going from greens to a cool blue. And then for the highlights, we bring in a little bit more yellow, so it goes from the greens up to the yellows. And then hopefully that range there will give you a nice strong contrast there. We'll see if that works. So I'm going to just throw down a little bit of blue, and we're going to just play around with that. What we can also do with the blue is, because I'm turquoise light blue hair, so actually giving like the base coat of the hair the dark blue first, and then we can build up to almost like a white that's glowing out from it. That might also create a big contrast, so we'll see how it goes. Right, I'm going to take off these goggles so they don't get in the way of the camera anymore. I don't think I need them right now. And a little bit of my glaze medium, just to really make sure that rather than relying just on the water to thin down the paint, this will hopefully keep my control better with the paint, and we'll have more success, I hope, with what we're trying to achieve with the blue here. Because this may go wrong, and having it very thin will hopefully help a lot. So yeah, we're gonna just make it nice and runny, nice and thin. I'm gonna get that right down. You can see we still have like really good control of the paint, even though it's like super thin. There we go. And what we're just gonna do is first, I'm just gonna recess shade. Just so it gives it a little bit of a bump, and then that should be good. For some reason Siri jumped in there and was listening to what I was saying, and trying to dictate everything that I was saying. But yeah, because like the blue is so thin, it's not reading as blue, it's reading as a dark green. But that's where we're getting that, using a dark green, which you might lose the, you might not really see what you're trying to achieve with that. Using the blue, it is blue on there, but it doesn't read as blue, it reads as a green, which is kind of what we're after here. And I've gone and done a bit too much, but that's okay, we can come back and we can fix that. And so we can just So just where it's the darkest, we can add a little bit of a glaze in there just to again increase the contrast. I don't do anywhere near enough painting for me to actually really improve quickly, but I really want to be a good painter, and I'm proud of what I can do, and I think I am a decent painter, just through practice and resilience more than anything. But it's slow progress. But I must say, actually, when having COVID and being stuck in this room for a number of days was really good for me. I got to actually just kind of focus down some skills and just through repeated practice improve my ability with things. I think I'm getting one of the big steps that I'm seeing is, and I'm still not quite there yet, but it's the improvement of kind of having a understanding of some color theory. Still not quite there yet with it, but excuse me, got this weird cough. But understanding, like, you know, using this cool blue on the green will help with the shadows rather than another color, rather than using a black or anything like that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Crouching Otter. You're very kind. But you know, I think any painter at any level is always looking to become better. If that's your kind of aim in the miniature world kind of thing. So if you're there for the gaming, like you want to get better at the game, and so like the painting is maybe a secondary part of the hobby. It's kind of like something you can enjoy, but it's not necessarily the thing that you want to get really good at. But and then others are the other way around. I'm kind of I really love playing, and I love gaming systems. Like for me, like understanding a gaming system is like one of the things I really love, but I just can't really find the time to actually play very often, and so painting became more of an important part of the hobby for me. Okay. Alright, I think, yeah, that blue's just helped it pop a little bit more. That's nice. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Everyone will always, especially, I think, more so people outside of the hobby who don't know what they're looking for, will especially be like, wow, that's great. You know, I've had a bunch of people saying, oh, you should, have you tried selling any of your models? And I'm like, no, because the people who sell their models, theirs look fantastic. I am dabbling with the idea of trying commission painting here in Japan. I don't really see many commission painters here in Japan, so it's either that there is no market for it, or there's a possibility that there is a little bit of a market for it, and like, you know, just people who want their D&D pieces painted up, or someone who likes a particular board game a lot, if they want it painted up, that might be kind of nice to do. Right, let's try and, okay, good. I can still use a bit of this ice yellow just to color this green. Yeah, I can understand that, but there is something about painting other people's models that also allows me to have a kind of an interesting challenge. I had someone at work had a display model that's like a 75mm model, and they asked me if I wanted to paint it. I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And it was something that I've not done before. It was a scale that I haven't done before, and so I just went all out on it. I did a video on it. It's the horned goddess. It might come up in my little feed in the bottom left corner there, of this kind of weird demon woman thing with the kind of the deer's skull over her head with the antlers coming out and a bunch of arms coming out. And that model was just so much fun to paint because it was something that I don't have in my collection at all. And then just talking about like what it is that they wanted from the model and things, and then my ideas of how I'd approach it, and then actually doing it, and then figuring out at that scale, like things like how stippling, then followed by glazing would create the kind of the skin textures and tones that I was looking for. Still wasn't perfect, but I learned so much from doing that. It was kind of cool, and I kind of like the idea of being able to, like, if it, just to supplement my my living a little bit with a couple of commissions every so often, not a lot, just a teeny bit from time to time, might be kind of nice. And yeah, I thought that might be kind of good. The only thing is it's going to eat into my ability to do the YouTube videos that I need to edit. I always have too many projects on the go at once. I'm trying to focus now my YouTube actually on the Defiance videos for the time being, and be like, okay, this is the thing I got to do. And then it means I'm going to release less videos over time, but I'm just going to kind of put a lot of focus into this video series, because I'm learning so much about video editing and animating and things, and I've now got like getting so many more ideas for how to do like the best I say it, the best kind of infinity battle reports. I've kind of got this whole thing in my head, and I'm learning a little bit of Blender as well at the moment, so I want to be able to like make simple 3D battlefields and things, so I can have a kind of a camera that kind of moves through the 3 dimensions, because like the battle terrain that I have is basically boxes, so they're kind of easy to model in Blender, and then I can just take scans of the art and then just paste that into the parts of Blender. It looks like I've dropped frames, god damn it. Oh no. That's annoying. Most annoying. So yeah. I don't know if I'm connected well at the moment. I've lost my connection to Restream as well, so that's gonna be fun. Hopefully I'm okay. Oops, no. Just gonna go to that. Okay, yeah, I seem to have... Oh no, I'm okay, I'm moving. Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna be back and forth on talking about those things. Alright, so, I'm moving so slowly on this thing. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the armor and where it's at the moment, so let's go ahead and try and do the hair. So, yeah, I was gonna go for this, because what I was looking at with using a bit of color theory, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's causing the drops. It could be my wife watching Netflix, or it could just be poor internet for today. So sorry about that. I'm trying to catch it when it happens. I do get a little report when things do start to drop. But basically on using the Adobe Color website, if you ever need to figure out color schemes, that's kind of a useful one. With this one being mainly red, I looked at complementary colors, like split complementary colors being this kind of green and a light blue, almost turquoise blue. So I'm looking at turquoise perhaps for the hair. And also that will hopefully, because it's so bright, bring your eyes up to the face, into the head. Hopefully it doesn't overtake it too much. But let's give it a go. At the worst case scenario, we just repaint her hair and try again. No, it's me. It just, if you're getting like, if you see me just kind of pause for a while, it is my end. It is all me. There's just every so often it happens, and there's nothing I can really do about it until my Wi-Fi decides to fix itself. It's really frustrating. When I started kind of doing streaming again for a while, it was really happening a lot. Recently it hasn't, but today it's rearing its ugly head. I'm kind of being a bit sloppy with this, to be honest, but that's okay. I think actually her artwork has her with... Does she have it with blue hair? Can't remember, but yeah, to be honest, like, I didn't plan this to be like nomad colors, but it actually turned out she's pretty much the colors of the model. I just wanted to go with vibrant colors, and it just so happens that the nomad color scheme is bright and vibrant, so there we go. But yeah. But here in Japan, this weekend is a long weekend. Tomorrow is a holiday. Yay! I'll be going to my sister-in-law's house to see the nieces, and so my daughter can go and play with them. So that means that Saturday I will not be able to do a stream. So I may try and make up for it on another day, perhaps. But I was actually thinking of, because I'm working hard on the video edit as well, I was thinking I might actually do a stream where it's me just, it might be boring for some people, but where I'm just editing and animating the Defiance videos. So like you can see what my processes are for making those videos. I'm not sure how interesting that is really for people, as I sit there and I'm an hour over, okay, which sound effect do I put onto this gun? But like the animating processes I find very, very interesting, and like using DaVinci Resolve and building all my layers and things through the nodes is kind of cool, and all of the things that I can do, and I'm literally touching the surface of the game. Okay, already I kind of like this blue hair, even though it's just a base coat so far. I'm kind of liking it, and I've dropped frames again. God damn it. What is up with me Wi-Fi? that is strange. Because like if I do a refresh on my browser, it seems to bring me back again. So yeah, I seem to be going. It's weird. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's really frustrating, to be honest. So sorry about it. The stream today is really not so smooth. But again, please, if you find that it's just like you're getting the twirly, see if you can send me a message, and if it comes through, because I have no idea if it's actually going through to you guys or not. Sometimes it's really frustrating. Yeah, I'm getting so many dropped frames. That's so annoying. A few seconds ago as well. Oh my god. Blech. Yes, I could do a making a bonus feature video. Yeah, I think I actually did one where I was like looking at the process as I was kind of getting excited for the first video that I was making. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Right, we're going to use the game color because the game color is generally yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, because that might be the opportunity that I have if like everyone's like chilled out and doing whatever. I might be able to just hide in my in the family's room, and I can basically just stream my screen and do a bit of video editing and things, and that might be a way of getting around the not being able to paint on Saturday. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use the game, because I've got these two are pretty much the same here. One is the model color and one is the game color. Model color is generally a lot more matte paints, whilst the game color are a little bit satin. So because it's hair, I think going for a little bit more of a satin look is a little bit more natural because of the way you kind of get reflections and shine in hair. I think that can kind of give the texture a bit more. I generally like to paint matte because then like everything that I see is exactly as I have painted it. I'm not getting tricked by any lights in the room or anything like that. I get a more honest view of my painting. So I'm just going to try and use the edge of my brush to kind of hit all these raised areas of the hair. We're going to use the sculpt to our advantage because lots of her hair is sculpted quite nicely on here. So we can just hit those raised areas and it should look nice. I'm going to end up hitting bits that I'm not supposed to, but that's okay. Now, the last couple of times that I've entered this kind of competition, I've gone into the intermediate category and generally hit like mid-table, and to some extent it's a little bit disappointing for me. I'm kind of like, oh, I really want to move up to a more advanced level, but I'm like, I'm not going to do the advanced category until I can get like top 5 of the intermediate category. So I'm hoping I can kind of make this one a little bit special, perhaps. Now, part of that is going to be making the base look kind of nice, which may prove a little difficult because I'm awful at basing models. Okay, there we go. We get that initial flow of hair doing that, going down there. Let's knock it up a little notch, and we'll go up to I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm running the restream here. I don't know. This is nuts. I'm just going to close that for a second. This is it's really annoying. I'm hoping the stream is working there. Let me just go and check my Twitch just to see if it's flowing in any way, or if I'm good. No, I don't want to hear that. Let's go to that. I should say I'm live. That's good. Can I manage my stream? Thank you. Am I moving? I am. Good. So yeah, sorry, I'm going to be talking to myself a lot because I hate it when my stream drops like this. It's so annoying. Okay. I'll see if I'll keep an eye on my Twitch stream, see if it stays up or if it drops off. But like when I'm using the restream, I don't know if it's like because I'm going straight through the restream site to monitor everything, and it's just that's causing me issues. I don't know. No, it's Twitch as well. God damn it. Yeah, I'm keep on dropping a lot. That's annoying. I may have to go and just check, see if my wife has fallen asleep. If she has, she may have been left Netflix running, and that's what's kind of like eating my bandwidth. And just every so often it just goes, nope, I can't stream right now. Oh well, we'll just battle through for the time being. I'm gonna be careful, I don't put too much there. There we go. Oh, I want to get that inside. Yeah. We go a little bit lighter again. Okay. So we've got some initial highlights in there. So next, oh, for God's sakes. Yeah, I'm dropping a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go and just check if my wife is asleep or not, because that's gonna help me if I can sort that out. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. So I think the culprit of my internet right now is my daughter. She's watching Pokemon over Netflix. So I think it is causing me a lot of issues. What I can try and do, because my internet has a number of different connections, so I may just drop off for a second as I try another connection. We'll see if that just helps or not. See, I don't think it's gonna, but we're gonna try. Alright. Okay. Right. Maybe that's okay. I would have had a little drop off for a second. Hopefully we're back again. And we'll be good. Just kind of keeping an eye on my Twitch. Just it's a good way of just seeing if it's working. All right, so I'm going to actually now take a touch of the ice yellow. Unless this one's dried a little bit, maybe a bit too much. I'm just going to mix that in. There. Okay. Right now it seems like I should be okay. However, I'm not seeing it on my screen there. Okay. Seems better. I'm not getting messages about anything dropping, so it might have just been that my Wi-Fi needed a reconnect. So let's see if this works out better. I really hope it does. I'm just going to get a touch of that to thin it down a little bit. I'm going to just hit this now on the areas that are going to be catching the most light. I think what I really need to do is use a new batch of ice yellow. Okay. Oh, there's an audio to video delay now. Great. If it's not one thing, it's another. Right, I do seem to have fixed my stuttering. I'm not getting any messages about stutter. That seems all good. I'm just gonna kind of turn on the audio for my stream just to see if that's still the case. So let me just try going to restream.io just to check it on there. All right. Show me my connection. Show me my connection. Takes me a minute. And for some reason now it's paused. Why is that paused now? I'm still not dropping any frames. That's fine. It's just Restream.io is acting weird, it seems. I just want to listen to see if it's a problem. Come on. Can I hear that? I just want to listen to see if it's a problem. Come on. Oh, okay. Looks like from what I was watching, the audio's working fine. So I'm going to assume that everything is great. And we're just going to carry on. And I haven't seen any drops since I changed up my internet connection to my other, the other part of my internet. So my internet has like a bunch of different connections. So I think it's just sometimes some of them are better than others. So I've just got to kind of flick between them until I can kind of get a better connection, it would seem. Okay, we're going to mix in a little bit of ice yellow into there. Get that nice and light. I'm going to use that to just highlight some areas of the hair here. I'm trying to hit the angle where you're going to see the hair reflecting light, and that seems to be, I've got not enough on the top here, so we're gonna, I know there's going to be, obviously the roots are going to be darker, but we want to get a little bit more than what we've done there. We want to catch all these bits that have kind of curled up towards the light as well. Get a little bit on there. Okay, let's try knocking it up a little bit more. So there's the next level up. Excuse me. All right. I think everything's good now. I'm going to just assume it is and try to not have to deal with technical issues anymore. Yay. Hair is looking okay, I guess. I'm wondering if I am going a bit too crazy with colour here, but I think it's okay. We might be able to darken some parts of it as well, where it's perhaps just a little too much, you know. Okay. It's looking okay. Now I've got to also figure out where I'm going to be putting the rest of the greens, perhaps on the legs. She's got kind of weird leggings. So it's kind of almost got these two materials here. This one kind of wraps all the way around here, but it still seems like a cloth of some kind. But then it's kind of like a different cloth on this side. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to paint those. So I think the outside one, do we do the outside one green? Or we could make them kind of like a black, with a little bit of a shine and a sheen. I think that could be kind of nice as well. It's the problem of making it up as I go along. I get like the decision paralysis. So I've just got to make a decision and just go with it, I think. I'm also going to do the lining of this as well. So I'm thinking maybe we just go with white and see how that looks. Now I'm wondering if we can make the white. No, it's still got some blue in there. So the ice yellow has good coverage. So we use that to just paint these areas here. Do you know what? Ivory's probably got better coverage than this. still, it's not too bad. It's better than just regular white. White has pretty poor coverage, but we're going to go over this with the white, so that the white will hopefully have good coverage once we put that over it. That should be nice. Do everything so slowly because I use a small brush for everything. Okay, so now let's put the white over this bit that we've done here and just see if it looks any good. I've been a bit sloppy with the brush, but especially there. But it does give good coverage once you put the ice yellow down first. I'm just gonna skip this song. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. So let's go ahead and try and paint all this lining. We'll see how it goes. Shoot, me not being careful, I just miss where I'm trying to paint completely and hit the cloak. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. Now there seems to be a line that goes right down here as well, so I think I'm going to be painting that white as well, and then hopefully be looking all right. places. Shoot. Ah, thank you very much, Linda. To be honest, the sculpt is doing a lot of the work for me. And hopefully all the details are going to be, as we add in the details, it's hopefully going to come together. I want to make sure the blends are looking as clean as possible. I think they can always do a little bit of work. But if we get in all the other details first, then we can kind of see where any blends need a little bit more cleaning up. And this is all just going to depend on how much time I can try and put into the model before the competition closes. And how much I want to do other models, because I get sick and tired of doing this one. It's nice doing like a competition piece. A competition piece is a good excuse to just try and do your very best on just one model. Tried to stay away from looking at the other entrants on the forums and things and how they're sharing their work in progress, because I end up judging myself against them too early. And kind of, this is kind of nice to just be like, okay, this is my piece here, I'll just see how it turns out. Still got to figure out the legs. Perhaps the inside of the cloak as well. Do we go with a purple with that? We might be going a bit too crazy with colours. We add in purple as well. Might get a bit too busy. Yeah, Baccarin is a crazy mix of people. Because you literally have like the, I guess what Infinity's equivalent of, you know, kind of exploring how much you can go through bodily change to find what's comfortable for you, as they kind of have the people that literally change the genetic makeup of their body to look more like animals and things like that. And it's kind of weird. What are the Pupniks? I'm not sure the Pupniks. Oh, what are the Pupniks? I'm not... I really don't know my Nomads or Pano very well. Oh, that's that. Yeah, these ones are kind of the animalistic ones. What are they? Yeah. They're the what is it you would call? What is it? Who are the people that like to dress up as like cats and things? I forget the name. But yeah, it's kind of similar to that, where they're actually changing up their whole genetic makeup and things. It's kind of cool. What's his face in Aristea is he's done all of his genetic makeup as well. Final boss, one who looks like Hellboy. But yeah, Reckoning are an interesting society. No, 8 Ball is similar. I'm pretty sure 8 Ball is the same, because 8 Ball's a nomad. So I think he also went through the physical changes through Bakunin. Same as, similarly as, oh god, what's her name? The one who changed herself into a monkey. The character's name's gone completely out of my head. But yeah, Fixer. That's it, Fixer. Yeah. Garta's also nomad, isn't she? There's a lot of nomads in Aristea. I think Garta is a nomad. I'm not sure if she's like a full... I think she... Doesn't she... I don't know. She's got a tail. So I don't know if that's really her tail or it's just kind of like part of her costume. But yeah. Okay, so we've got a bit of the lining there that makes it look a little bit nicer. I've got to figure out how I'm doing the bottom half of her body as well. There's these other areas and also like buttons and things. Okay, I can see some areas that I should have done green before. Let's see if I can use this. Painting some of that. Oh, and it's also this part here. Painting's gone a little bit streaky, so it's probably not the best to use. there's lots of little details I'm seeing on here that I'm like, what colours should I paint these? And hard to decide on exactly how I'm going to approach them. Because again, I'm trying to think, like, I want to avoid using blacks and whites as much as possible, even though I put in a little bit of white on there. I will probably put in a little bit of black here and there, but I want to keep as much colour in there as I can. But again, I don't want it to just be like a rainbow explosion, a puke rainbow. Maybe I can figure out what colour leggings I want for her. And as we have them kind of like a dark blue. I don't know. Well, I can do like these plates around her leg green. So we can probably just, let's template them out, and then we can kind of figure out where we're going to be with the model. That could be a good idea, because it will keep some colour going, but it won't be too strong to pull your eyes away from the top, because I want it to bring it up towards the face. And I have the danger right now of not having a good focal area as I put in too much colour, so that's something I am going to be worried about there. So that's a good one. Yeah, khaki or beige could work. Could fiddle around with that, kind of giving it or kind of like an almost maybe going yeah. Kind of playing around with. I have to have a fiddle around. I'm gonna play around and see what I do. That's certainly an option there. Maybe. It could be like towards a purple red, so that it's a little cooler, where this one is kind of got those oranges popping up, so it's kind of bringing it right up and bright. We could have it leaning towards a little bit more of a purple with some red coming through kind of thing. So you're still tying it in with the red, but using the purple to kind of keep it a cooler color. It's possible. I gotta trust in my ability to be able to pull that off though. Don't worry, I just go too purple. All viable options though. I do like the input. It's greatly appreciated. Some very good ideas there. Maybe that's the contrast we'll go for. We could go with that purple red for one side of the leg, and the other side we could try and go for that kind of beige look. Create a lot of contrast between the leggings there. Again, I'll probably pull too much focus away from the top half of the model. Knowing me. Okay. So if we went with a okay, let's try something. Let's try something. You got me on something now. Because I was like, if I go too purple, it might not work. But I can use this chalice red. And the chalice red is fairly thin, so it still kind of keeps, you still get a little bit of what's below it coming through, and because we've already got the red on there, should just make that red just dark, and it will look kind of interesting. Let's just throw it on and see if it looks okay, and then we can kind of play around with then layering it up a little bit, or if it's no good, we just go over with a completely different color. So I'm gonna have a go first. There we go. There's a nice deep purple red. Now let's if it doesn't work out, we just try something different. because I can always then bring this up to be a cooler red. So whereas the cloak is a very warm red, we can bring this one up to be a cool red. A bit thick on this side, I think. Yeah, like here I put it on fairly thin, and I'm quite liking just the way it's toned it down a little bit. That's kind of all right. This side I put it on a bit thick, and it looks a bit glossy and not quite right. But again, we can always bring this back up. Now the inside of the thigh there, we try and get that. I think we go with maybe a dark blue. I'm just throwing paint on. I want to kind of use paint that's already on my palette right now, rather than trying to bring in some new colors and things, because I feel like if I bring in new colors, it's just going to be too much. Now this may be a little bit too much as well, but at least it's colors that are already built into the model. So I'm hoping that means it's not too bad. But it helps certainly tone down the legs a little bit. It will give contrast to the red cloak that's kind of like a tabard in front of her. So I think we can make that work. Okay, so let's try and get this, maybe this cooler red as a highlight. So we did that maybe with the crimson first. Let's just see what happens with the crimson. bit on there, but I needed to get the right consistency of it. We are kind of getting the purple through on this, but it's definitely a reddish purple, which I think is good for keeping that consistency across the model. I say that, I don't know if it's that consistent across the model, but let's just knock it up a notch, just because it is pretty dark. I'm going to take this Devil Red, I'm going to mix it in a little bit, because I mean, that's pretty bright. But again, it's quite a thin paint, so we might be able to get away with how we highlight it. But if we take a little bit of that, a little bit of that, mix it together, we'll get something there that might work out quite nicely. See if we can't build up a little bit more of this. Let's see how far I can go with this kind of scheme. So let's just go and try this Devil Red, which is this very cool pinky red. Hard to really layer with this one. It's quite a thin paint, so I think I've got to build up quite a lot of layers. It doesn't exactly act as I want it to, or how I'm expecting it to, so I think I just got to be patient with this and build it up a little bit. as it dries, we'll just keep going. But yeah, like, at least it does tone down the bottom part of her legs. So hopefully that does mean it does draw your attention more up towards the top of her body. It's also a case of like you apply it and you think, okay, it's starting to look good. But then when it dries, it goes so translucent, you don't see what you've put on, which means this takes a lot longer to do. But I think hopefully it also means that because you have lots more of these layers of translucency, you can actually build up smoother blends across it. So hopefully that will be the case. I'm just hoping. Okay. She's coming along. We've got quite a bit more to do with the legs and whatnot. There's lots of details to add and then lots of blending to do as well. But you know what? For tonight, I think that's a pretty good effort on everything. I think we're getting somewhere. We're getting to see where this character is going to eventually kind of be. And I'm pretty happy with how she's coming along. So I'm pretty knackered, and tomorrow I've got a kind of a busy day to go off to the in-law, kind of some of the Japanese family, and so that'll be fun for my daughter, and it'll be kind of fun for me, but I can't get much hobby done, so we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining, and thank you for those who were patient through all of the stuttering problems that we were having with the internet. Seemed to figure out eventually, which is great. So again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Most likely there's no stream on Saturday, I don't think, but who knows, we might be able to do something. If not, then I'll probably try and do something on Sunday night, perhaps. But yeah, but otherwise, thank you very much for joining, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.